Hello world, welcome back to whatever this is. Last week I made a video titled, "Why is everyone moving to Nairobi, Kenya?" And the reaction was overwhelming to say the least, considering that one video got more views than my entire channel combined. It was a topic I was meaning to make a video on for a while because it's a phenomenon I've noticed. But from the reception of the video, it seems I'm not the only one who noticed it. While both cohorts chimed in on the video I made, there was a mixture in sentiment. Some people were for it, some people were against, from both sides. So I want to go through some of the arguments that were made in the comments because there were some important opinions raised. The comments from the Kenyans ranged from enthusiastic of the new influx of foreigners to caution and concern, while many foreigners had high praise for the Kenyan way of life and a lot of cultural appreciation for who we are as a people. So I'll start with the highest liked comment from a Kenyan, and it's by Maurice Mwas 5915, and he says, "Only shallow-minded people can be against this mass relocation to Kenya. We need to build a powerful African nation that can protect the interests of all Africans globally, and Kenya is standing as the best candidate for this role. Also, this mass relocation of relatively rich diaspora to Kenya will create a huge market for Kenyan-made products, thus boosting our industrialization. People should be thinking of how to tap into this movement instead of worrying about high cost of living. There is enough opportunity for everyone in Kenya." I tend to agree with this comment. It shares my sentiment, and it shares the sentiment of many other Kenyans as well. Many Kenyans do express deep pride in their culture, and we are all cognizant of Kenya's deep history as a cosmopolitan trade hub. I also see the influx of African Americans and other foreigners as a chance for economic growth, job creation, and cultural exchange. There's also an opportunity to fill the gap we have in industrialization here in Kenya, but the concerns and cautions raised by other Kenyans in the comments are still valid. We can see that from this comment from Bliss252. He says, "I think there needs to be serious ongoing discourse, if there isn't already, dedicated to exactly what you've talked about, harnessing this crucial turning point to maximize benefits to Kenyans, particularly the youth. Maybe a podcast across all social media that we can all tune into and contribute. I'm all for African Americans, etc., choosing to settle in Kenya. I think it's exciting, to be honest. At the same time, we do need to seriously consider people's concerns regarding gentrification, land, etc. Start having those conversations now and coming up with solutions that work for everybody, including those choosing Kenya as home, so as to avoid pitfalls, issues, tensions, resentments in the future." And I wholeheartedly agree. Gentrification, inflation, and locals being priced out of local assets is definitely something to be worried about. There is a legitimate concern over governance and preparedness to manage large-scale immigration. A course of action like public forums, podcasts, and policy discussions to ensure immigration benefits Kenyans without creating inequality is very vital, if you ask me. So I think that sums up the sentiment from the locals in the comment section. As for the foreigners, most of the sentiment is high praise. Many of the foreigners speak of feeling spiritually at home, healed, and accepted in Kenya in a way that they haven't really experienced elsewhere. We can see that sentiment from this insightful comment from Latinia6 Corban. I hope I got that name right. She says, "I believe people in the US are drawn to Kenya because you internally carry the character and love for all life that was stripped away from the ancestors who suffered under extreme cruelty here. I don't know about other people, but I always looked for God to ask him why I feel like I am missing something in my soul that was stolen. Why do I feel like I don't belong here? And why am I not a product of the environment? Yes, I know my roots are in Guinea-Bissau, and I do have projects there that are helping many Balanta people. I'm true to my bloodline, but my soul was awakened in Kenya. The calm, peaceful love and attention I give was given back to me. I felt no need to hide or protect who I am. I was very free every place I went. Then I learned that Bissau and Kenya were colonized by the Portuguese and that I am 15% Kenyan. Wow. So we can see an intense emotional connection to Kenya, which is something I picked up on the last video, and an immense level of cultural appreciation. They praise Kenya's warmth, hospitality, infrastructure, and natural beauty. There are also several references to their ancestral connections, the slave trade, and a sense of returning home to Africa. Some even go as far as to claim that Kenya is destined for greatness, economically, culturally, and even spiritually. So these are my key insights from the reactions I got in the comments. Number one, there's a mutual admiration of cultures. Kenyans and foreigners largely admire each other, with Kenyans valuing the economic boosts and foreigners valuing cultural and emotional connection that they get from Kenya. Number two, both foreigners and locals are aware and cognizant of the possible disruptions that may come with this huge exodus into Kenya. While optimism is high, there's awareness that without regulation, immigration could cause social and economic imbalances. Number three, there's an opportunity for leadership that both sides see. Kenya has the potential to position itself as a cultural and economic hub for the African diaspora if managed strategically. Which brings us to point number four. There is a definite need for dialogue within the Kenyan community and with the African diaspora, especially with the new lift on visa restrictions for African diaspora. We need sustained conversations on integration, land ownership, and economic access. These conversations are going to be critical if we expect harmonious relations going to the future between Kenyans and these African diaspora that are coming in. So in conclusion, many Kenyans see this as a golden opportunity. More business, more jobs, more cultural exchange. We're proud of our peace, our hospitality, our history as a cosmopolitan crossroads. We know what we have, and now the world does too. But what happens when high foreign income meets the local markets? Will Kenyans be priced out of their homes and land? Will gentrification follow? These are hard questions we can't afford to ignore right now. Some say the answer is in dialogue, ongoing, honest conversations about land, governance, and opportunity. If we get it right, everyone wins. And from the other side of the story, the love runs deep. Many African Americans describe Kenya as the first place that they truly felt free, safe, and spiritually whole. Some trace their ancestral roots here. Others speak of a healing they didn't even know they needed. What we are seeing here is more than migration. This is reconnection, a bridge being built across oceans and centuries. So Kenya has been given a rare chance in history, okay? This is a moment to lead, to unite, and to prosper together. The question is, what will we do with it? I'd really love for us to continue this conversation in the comments. If this content has brought any benefit to you watching, please consider commenting, liking, and subscribing, and let's continue getting to know each other. Until the next one, peace.